Attorney-client privilege could protect a limited number of the documents that the FBI seized at former President Trump's Mar-A-Lago estate. That's according to a new court filing from the Justice Department lawyers. They say a team has finished reviewing all of the material from more than a dozen boxes that FBI agents took during the search earlier this month. It comes after a federal judge in Florida said on Saturday she was leaning towards appointing a neutral third party, one known as a special master, to comb through the records. That person would conduct their own search for attorney-client privileged material. The former president's legal team requested the move. The judge set a hearing on those discussions for Thursday. Separately, on Friday, the Justice Department made public a heavily redacted affidavit that lays out the reasoning for the search. It reveals that the FBI found 184 documents with classification markings, including 25 marked top secret that Mr. Trump handed over to the National Archives back in January. Agents said they believed the former president still had classified documents at his Florida home. They said they fear some of those materials could expose human intelligence sources, including U.S. spies, should they fall into the wrong hands. Mr. Trump's lawyers have argued he had the authority as president to declassify all of the documents. Bob Litt is with us now, former general counsel for the Director of National Intelligence under the Obama administration, currently an attorney who advises on sensitive national security and privacy matters. Bob, good to see you. Thank you. If the Justice Department's team has already gone through all this stuff, what's the point of assigning a special master?
Well, I want to start by making one caution, because if you read today's Justice Department filing closely, they don't actually say that they've gone through all the materials. The way the search warrant was constructed was this special privilege team searched one room and the regular team searched the rest of the offices. And the department's filing today says that the special privilege team has finished its review, but it doesn't say that they've actually completed the review of all the other documents. Having said that, I think there's a real question of how valuable a special master would be at this point, because a special master would only make recommendations to a judge, and the procedures approved when the search warrant was issued already provide that if the privilege team identifies potentially privileged documents, they would bring them to the judge for decision. So it's not at all clear whether a special master would accomplish anything other than potentially an opportunity for delay by the former president.
Bob, the Director of National Intelligence says her office will now assess the damage potentially done by the seizure of the documents. What can we expect from that, and how different is it from what the FBI is doing?
So it's to answer your second question first, it's completely different. The FBI is conducting a criminal investigation to determine whether national security information was improperly stored, whether presidential records were improperly taken, and whether there was obstruction of justice in the course of the department's investigation. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence is going to look at the classified material that's found at Mar-A-Lago and say, what's the potential risks to us if this material were to fall into the hands of a foreign government? What sources might be exposed, what methods might be exposed, what information that we have might be exposed. This is routine practice whenever there is what they call a spill of classified information. But it's A, it's entirely separate from what the FBI is doing, and B, we probably will never learn about it.
The details are important. Bob Litt, thanks very much. Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.